No matter the venue or the locale, when these two get together, you know the spirits are going to be flowing, the intensity will be high, and these two will be ready to write another chapter in their storied rivalry. Welcome to Raymond James Stadium, the big pirate ship in Tampa, Florida. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe joins from the sideline with an injury report.
Thanks, guys. The Florida head coach told me before the game, they continue to be without their starting running back, but the good news, their backup is off to a terrific start. He was able to step in and have a very productive game last week. We'll see if he's able to keep up that same energy and same stamina here today. Back to you.
Holly, keep an eye on that one for us. So Georgia's offense will take the field first. The Dogs able to hunker down and get out with a close win the last time they saw the Gators.
Yeah, anytime you get a win in Jacksonville, anytime you beat Florida, it's a success. It doesn't matter if it's by 100 or if it's by 1. Georgia fans know how much this means to them, and so do these players.
Yeah, you know, they call this game the world's largest cocktail party. The energy in the stands is just completely different. That's something David and I obviously have experienced before. And after that Georgia win last year, man, those Bulldog fans, they stuck around. They were here in Jacksonville, hanging out at the stadium, enjoying it all through the night. They've been enjoying it all year, and they're hoping to order some more adult beverages after this one, too.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Can they catch it? Touchdown! Special teams proving to be special. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Recovered by the kicking team.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. They'll send out the kicker here. Right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Play action on 1st down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? He wants to go deep. Upstairs he's got it. Flying out to the left. The 10. Touchdown, Georgia. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
That's a nice job by the offense there on their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out. You're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. 7-yard pickup on that one. It's now 2nd and 3. Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. Gives it to the back on the draw. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Right back to the well. And he's brought down after a short gain. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Out wide right, it's Foster. Breaks free, and he might be gone. The 20. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. That's the first score of the day for the nation's leader in receiving touchdowns. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Makes the grab. And he showed himself to be a regular Spinderella, but not a lot of room to run. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll give to Frazier. Breaks into the open. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out, because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Tells the run, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. Send the tight end in motion. The fake and wants to throw. Got it inside the 10. All the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Well, the the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Back to pass on second down. Throws for the tight end. Grabbed in the middle. It's Don. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Handoff from the shotgun. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
The Gators are marching down the field. Fresh set of downs going up top. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Second and long here. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game if they were going to have success, they had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on third and long. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Got to make the play on fourth. Looking to the big tight end. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off. And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying to establish the run. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Guys, let's chat about Florida. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Looking for running room. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gators. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. On the move out of the end zone. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Long way to go on second down. The give to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty, so important at the college level. And it'll be first down for this offense after the personal foul. The give, running right, it's Frazier. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They'll need a bunch on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Handoff for Frazier. Fights off a defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. No reason to think so far we won't see plenty more offense on display, or will the defense find an answer as we start the second quarter? So first down here as they go back to work. Quick give. It's Frazier. Got some green grass. Oh, he's got some space. He's up to 73 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. In the nick of time. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs obviously with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you've played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a third and long on their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And the field goal ties it up here in the second quarter.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He stopped right there. Oh, he might have been a step away from taking that one a long way. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Now they'll run the draw. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Quarterback changing the play. Second down, gonna throw it. Trying to burn this defensive back. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
They'll go back to work on offense. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Offense gets set for second down. Hands it off on the counter. A And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. Third and short now from their own 48. Wide receiver comes in motion. Finds his man on the RPO. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Dogs with the 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. He's got the tight end. Finds him crease at the 20. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Dogs come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. From the red zone, it's Frazier. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. RPO got it. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
They'll run with Nate Frazier. Defense all over him.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Right on the money, makes the grab in the end zone.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football in the ground game. With emotion, with passion, like settle everybody in, run the football, and be more physical.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Throws to the tight end. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. The Gators line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. David, as a Georgia legend, when I say Florida, what comes to mind?
Ugh. I mean, that's the easiest question you've asked me yet. I mean, there's nothing that I ever liked or enjoyed about the Florida Gators, just playing in that rivalry. You know, it's not a neutral site, by the way. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. Like, that's not neutral. It's way closer to Florida. It's way closer to Florida fans. But this rivalry, I'm telling you, every single year, that was #1 team you wanted to beat.
On 3rd down, here's Frazier. Turning it on! He's got 93 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Fresh set of downs going up top. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, going to throw it. takes it over the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long, this one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. They've got it inside the 40 and the 39 as they pick up the first down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Here's a gift to Frazier. Shows off another move and gets down to the 33-yard line. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing 4 yards for a first down. They're already 2 for 2 on this drive. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Lloyd. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Here's some daylight. Enough to move the chains. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Gets the back moving. Wants to throw one first. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. So let's see if they can make up for that loss on 2nd down from the 18. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Took it all the way back to the house. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
I'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Motion from the back. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got it in the middle. It's Foster. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Florida.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Drops back on first down. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye of that full Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with the Wyoming Cowboys taking on the Colorado State Rams. And it's the Cowboys with a real chance to make this a memorable season. A 7th straight victory following everything that happened last year would put the rest of the sport on notice. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game at Raymond James Stadium.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Guys, the Florida head coach told me coming out of the locker room, they have found a lot of positive momentum here during this winning streak, but it is in jeopardy right now. He said this is the moment we have to come out and assert ourselves and be dominant to start the third quarter. Gain some momentum here and change the course of this game. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. With that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. The Gators headed quickly to the line. Trying to slip through and pick it up. There he goes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. And the Gators will line up to punt it away. He's going to have to strike this ball well in the face of this howling wind. It'll go out of bounds. Depends on where they spot it, but looks as if it'll be around the 45. Snagged in the middle. It's Wiley. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
Play is stopped as they check on an injured Gator. Down in the play is their sophomore linebacker, a guy they can ill afford to lose. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Trying to squeak through the pile. Might have a chance. The 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bulldog!
And you gotta love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead, you take the ball right away here in the second half, you drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Deep in the end zone, it's Lloyd. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He's brought down a short return, but the defense comes out on top with the pick. This offense has it with really good field position. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And I think if you're the head coach here, you kind of got mixed reviews on your passing attack so far because, yes, you've thrown for a bunch of yards and you've thrown a couple touchdowns, but you've also given up 4 sacks now. Pass protection has not been great, even though they've got the lead in this game.
intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Gators! And they turn it into a defensive score. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. And he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Second and long here. They'll move the tight end. Frazier again. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. They're all over him. Takes a hit as he fires. Left side is Riley. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Rush is on. They got him. Great pressure on this defense. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Hey, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback.
Georgia going back to work with another 1st down. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. Long way to go on 2nd down. They want to throw it. Here comes the heat. Finds a tight end down the gut. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Bulldogs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Driving forward, it's Frazier. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Give to the running back. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Plows his way ahead. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Fires into the end zone. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. From the gun, running back gets to give. Shoots through that hole and picks up 5. He's out to the 11.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
2nd down to the air. He'll off one deep down the left side. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a 3rd down.
Hey, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch him, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game.
They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. On 4th. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. On 1st down from their own 22. run inside. It's Clark. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. After the run, now the throw. Makes the catch. It's Mays. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Pushes ahead. Breaks into the open. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. The Gators want to move quickly.
And the offense runs the football, and they get the first down. And you kind of get the feeling they've already gone for a fourth down once, like they're going to do it again. And that just puts so much pressure on a defense. Like, to play an extra snap over and over again is really, really difficult. This offense appears to be in an aggressive mode.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Back's got it on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. The Gators go back to work after moving the chains through the air. From the gun, it's Clark. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
He's changing the play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. With the catch, it's Lloyd.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside a wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards over there.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The give on 4th. Oh, he's got some space. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. In the red area, it's Clark. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he got it! And they've made it a one-possession game here in the 4th quarter.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And the returner is stopped. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got him this time. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Sells the run, looking to pass. Fires to the big fella. Plows through. It's a fumble. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. He's got the first down. Got room at the 35. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On first down, Nate Frazier. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
The Dogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Tough run here. It's Frazier. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. They're facing a third down. Drives inside. Makes one man miss. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Motion from the wideout. Got him on the RPO. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's gone! And that lead grows even bigger.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a two-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Hey guys, here on the Florida sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Back to pass on second down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he'll move his way forward to... Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going to the air. The short hands, it's Foster. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw again. Fires to the middle. Out wide left, it's Foster. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window. And you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
They'll need a bunch on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Between the hashes, it's Dawns. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
And the Gators will hustle to the line. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Knocked down immediately.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
On 2nd and goal, they go right back to him. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Oh, Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. And he knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Well, at this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, deep in their own end, they're going to want to run the football, no doubt. The defense knows that, and they're going to be trying to rip it out, seeing if they can get a takeaway to set up their offense in great field position. So ball security right here has got.
He tries to take the top off. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Turns it upfield. Changing on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. And the Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Handoff for Frazier. Turning it on. Crosses midfield. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. He is in. Touchdown, Georgia. His 3rd touchdown of the game and, well, of the season.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Sends it back in motion. First play of this drive. Left side is Wilson. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked in what this defense is trying to do.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
Throws for the tight end. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
And this is not decision time. This offense, it's green light the rest of the game. Down multiple possessions, got to go for it on fourth down. Probably had that in mind. It's a little short.
Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you can tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Making the adjustment on the play. Second down, gonna throw it. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down. You've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
He'll work his way down to the 28. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. A really nice day from this quarterback. Over 350 yards passing now, Jeff.
He's had a plan all game long.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. There he goes. The 20. Then some. All the way back. Touchdown, Dogs. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. So you think they shouldn't run up the score like this? I remember an old story of one coach telling the other one, I only coach one team, man. It's your job to stop me.
Yep, I like that approach. That should be your philosophy, but that doesn't mean you don't remember that. You have a turn later on, a lot of times, when your team's better, to do the same thing, to return the favor, and make him forget that.
A snap wants to throw to start this drive. Maybe a miscommunication. That one didn't have a chance. Second and long here. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. And he's thrown another interception. Another chapter of this rivalry in the books, and this one goes to the Dogs, who hunkered down and took out the Gators. This has been a